Hey, how are you? George Billionaire, right here for you. I always say the only reason, and the only reason why I started this was because somebody did this exact same thing that I'm doing to you. And ever since then, my life has never been the same. And he said, George, I deposited something in you, not only for yourself, but for you to begin to speak to so many people so that they can begin to see what they are missing by operating at the percentage that they are. At that time when I met this gentleman, he told me so many things. And I want to give a big shout out to PVK, the one who provoked a reaction in me to begin to speak out, to begin to be more confident, outspoken, bold, understand, believe more in God than ever, because he saw things that I hadn't seen in myself. And he said them to me. And he said, you know what? This is what's going to happen. Just begin to believe it. Take the first step and watch everything else fall in place. It's amazing when somebody speaks in your life and you take that step. You know, so many people say to me, George, how did you get to where you are? And I tell you, the most amazing thing you can ever do is to believe in yourself. And one thing that I've seen about a mentor and a coach, especially PVK, he spoke to me about believing in myself. He was that person who would pat me on my back and say, you can do better than that. You haven't started. And because of that, I ran faster and faster and faster. And every single time he kept pushing me. And I believe every single person who's watching this needs that. You need somebody who's going to give you some info, some drive, that encouragement that when you're just about to give up, you're going to get back up on your feet again. I found that in PVK. And he's an amazing man of God, irregardless to what anybody says. I speak highly about him. I mean, the last time I saw him, he is like, you think you started? You haven't. And you know what? That pushes me. That urges a drive in me to say, wait a minute, I can do better. The most dangerous thing about human beings is that we get comfortable at this comfort zone. And the thing about him, he is a very difficult person to please. Because when you think you've outdone him and you're like, hey, I've done this, that, and that, he'll look at you and say, you haven't started yet. And because of that, it brought so much drive in me. So much that I was like, I can't wait. I need to do better and better and better. And I tell you this, that's one of my major keys to success that has made me continue to be who I am. I encourage every single person who's out there, find a mentor. Find somebody who you look up to. Who when you go, you leave the room fully charged up and driven. It doesn't matter who they are. They could be older than you. It's not the same profession. Because he's a man of God. But business-minded. But so many people look down upon the circle of people they're surrounded with and they think, hey, you'll never benefit me this. But when you become smart and intelligent and begin to ask those questions that provoke certain things out of them that you can begin to learn from, that's when you'll begin to see the benefit of having that relationship. So this video, biggest shout out to PVK. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been provoked and I wouldn't be this confident doing what I'm doing here. I learned from so many sources. I've got so many mentors. Shout out to Dr. Eve Kadzikwa, Dr. Chandiwana, Mark Kamanya, Chomi Makina, Philip Chiangwa, Chamu Chiwanza. There's so many people out there. But there's so many people who've impacted my life to where I have been. Shout out to Mr. F.M. Leah, to Mike the jeweler, to Uncle Ming, I could mention them all. But all of these people deposited something in me which has made me become this person that you see. So I encourage everybody, if you're watching this and you don't have a mentor, don't ever be confined to one mentor. Never. Don't. Have a spiritual mentor. Apostle Dr. Melody, yeah. She's my spiritual mentor. Then I've got business mentors and I've got relationship mentors. So many. Hey, I'm George Billionaire. I hope that has helped somebody. Begin to look around and see those mentors around in your life that you're not using. Ask smart questions. Invest time with them. Take them to lunch. Hey, have a blessed day. Remember, get up, show up, and never, ever, ever, ever give up. Stay true to what you do. Believe in you and no one else. Hey, stay blessed.